So once you fix your arm path, it's important that you don't then make the next mistake, which has to do with your forearms. I remember back in my first few years of lifting, I got very strong with this exercise very quickly. I'd take the 95-pound dumbbells and throw them around like they were nothing.
Yeah, buddy! Wait!
But I noticed that although my arms definitely got bigger, my chest just never really grew. Eventually, I realized what I was doing wrong. As the weights would get heavier, I'd start bending my forearms inwards more and more without realizing it. This is a compensation that is very common, especially among those who struggle with their chest development. This is because by bending the forearms inwards, you're actually shortening the lever, which makes the movement easier by taking some of the load off the chest. It also gets the triceps more involved to take on some of the load as well. And even the most subtle of a bend can drastically decrease the load placed on the chest. In fact, if we apply very basic physics to get a rough estimate, if the forearms bend such that the weights end up halfway between your shoulder and elbow, you would end up reducing the load actually placed on the chest by about half. Although this can help you lift heavier weights, you aren't getting any higher stimulus on your chest and are simply causing more strain to your joints. Lighten the weight, keep your forearm vertical over your elbow throughout each rep, and you'll feel the difference right away. Now, even with your forearms fixed, you may be guilty of making this next mistake, which is the most common mistake I see. Given that many of us are already stuck in a hunched over posture, we have the tendency to round our shoulders forward whenever we press. This is especially true for those with lagging chest development because they'll often have stronger shoulders that will want to take over the movement. This can lead to the front of the shoulders experiencing most of the growth rather than the chest. To avoid this, I'd first suggest that you open up your chest before you even do the dumbbell press so that you're better able to activate it. You can do this by extending your back over a foam roller and then performing over and backs and band pull-aparts with a band. And I'll leave a link down below in the description box to the one I'm using here. Then, when you actually go into the movement, on the way down, I want you to think about it as if you were using your back muscles to pull the weight down towards your chest by pinching your shoulder blades together. And then on the way up, just avoid letting your shoulders round forward and take over the movement, and instead keep your chest up and think about squeezing your biceps into the sides of your chest. Focus on this every single rep and you'll immediately notice your chest rather than your shoulders now doing most of the work.